What it do? Man, sorry about that. There's somebody running the reefer unit right beside me. But hopefully y'all can hear me, man. So we're back at the truck. Another day in the life of an owner operator. Hey, you can't call nobody to fix your stuff when you own it. You know what I mean? You gotta either turn the wrenches yourself or yeah, I'll pay somebody to do it. And I wasn't with paying nobody. They already been robbing me, man, the last few weeks. So boom, yeah, we back at it, man. Working on the old Volvo, man. She trying to take all my money, but we got. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. So what's going on was I was backing up here in this spot, and my clutch went all the way to the floor. Boom! That joker went to the floor. It stayed there. Joker wouldn't move. I couldn't get it in gear. Of course, you know you can drive the truck without the clutch, so you know I ended up just putting it in gear, cranking it up, and letting it roll back on in the spot. You know, shut it off before it stalled out. You know, but what happened was my line from my master cylinder for my clutch, my hydraulic line. You kind of see that gold piece right there. I kind of got a new line made, but not kind of. I did get a new line made. But yeah, that line burst literally as I was parking. As you can see the braided line going down. I haven't zip tied everything up yet, but it goes, probably get a better view from that side. It goes to the slave cylinder, I think that's what it's called. Don't eat me up if I'm wrong, but yeah, y'all see where it goes. That braided hose goes to the slave cylinder right there on the bottom of the transmission to engage your clutch. That line burst on me, which I think is a stupid design. It was bolted to the transmission up here somewhere with a clamp, and it just rubbed a hole in it over a period of time. And it luckily happened to me while I was, you know, here and not on the road, like as I was parking. So yeah, but yeah, man, wanted to chop it up with y'all about this. So we got the line on, got everything done, right? So then, I still had no clutch, right? I had no clutch. It was still going to the floor, so of course you gotta bleed the system. You gotta bleed the system now. It's got air in the system. It took me some searching, some digging, because I refused to take my truck back to the shop and sit down another week. I got a load on right now, and yeah, I refuse. I tell you, you got to turn wrenches. As an owner operator, you got to turn wrenches. You got to figure it out, unless you're gonna be sitting down paying a whole bunch of money. And yeah, man, that's not cool. You're losing money if you're just sitting down and you're not making money. So, but no, I'm getting off topic. To bleed this thing, I found a bunch of different ways. The one that just worked for me, like I tried the conventional way, like bleeding brakes, just pump it up, break the valve loose, pump it up, break the valve loose. I still was getting nowhere. It kind of had a little bit of clutch and started popping up back by itself, but I still really didn't have any hard clutch. I got on Facebook in a Volvo forum, Volvo group, and some guys helped me out. And what I did was I took these 4 bolts off of the slave cylinder. I took those 4 bolts off. I pulled it away from the tranny and kind of stretched the line out and turned that nipple upside down so it could gravity feed. So during this process, you also need to make sure your reservoir is topped off and it stays topped off. So you may not need a second person, but it might be smart to have somebody up there watching and making sure it doesn't go all the way dry. So what I did was I stretched it all the way out as far as I could, straightened the line out, topped off the reservoir, opened up that nipple as far as I could, not as far as I could, but opened up pretty open so I could watch the fluid come out. And you give it a few seconds and a stream of fluid will come out. It's gonna come out, and it's gonna push all your air bubbles out. And right after that, I tightened the nipple back up. I reinstalled the slave cylinder and went up top and pushed the clutch, and boom, there it was. I had a hard clutch again. And then now we're gonna waiting on my partner to come. We're gonna just bleed it, just to make sure we got all the air out of the system and the clutch is functioning properly, you know, the way it should. So Hopefully this video helps somebody out. If you drive a Volvo, VNL Volvo, I got 10-speed eating in here. I don't really know if that matters. I think hydraulic clutches are hydraulic clutches, but because I kind of just did some research and figured it out. But yeah, this is where the location is if you're driving a Volvo for sure. Yeah, man, it's freaking hot out here. I got on my old army gear because I don't want to dirty up my clothes. But yeah, I knew this stuff would come in handy. That's why I kept some of these old uniforms. Get down and dirty with these more, you feel me? Y'all saw it. But the information was kind of hard to find online, so I want to do a quick video. Sorry about the sun glare. I really can't see me. There you go. Y'all wanted to put a video out real quick and kind of point out some of that stuff, man, because I had trouble. I had a whole lot of trouble trying to find a video that could help me figure out what I was doing and what I was doing wrong, because yeah, really wasn't trying to take this thing back to the shop, man. I just took this thing to the shop and paid $2,200 to get my AC done over. I wasn't really feeling that, but yeah, man.